What's up? What's up? What's cracking, everyone? Smile High Hustle. So, got the new spot live, got it ready. We're just waiting for Manuel to call in right now from Buny. So, we just waiting on the homie to call in, and we're gonna get with it, get with these questions and stuff. Talk about the rise and the downfall of LPP and how the whole thing got distorted along the way when it was never meant to really be a violence thing or a security threat group. At least that's what I believed when I first joined. You know what I mean? If that was the case, I would have, you know what I mean? I could be a thug and a violent fool all by myself. I don't need nobody else to do it with me. But so we're just going to talk with the homie and see. He's going to let you know what his take was it and, basically what his whole thought process was when he was starting it. When Manuel recruited me, it was about 1997, late 97, early 98. Um, kind of just loved on me, man. I never had a dad. I never had a father, someone, a male role model. I had a stepdad, you know what I mean? But kind of ended up doing me dirty in this whole game. Um, so Manuel kind of poured a lot of love into me, had some understanding, helped me set some goals, helped me really just be a better me, be honest with you. It's where the change started is after I met Manuel, the change in my life actually started. He was the one who actually like broke through and started making sense to me. Faithful man, got me involved in school, right? There's my brother Gangish. Y'all ain't seen Gangish, tap into his channel, man. He's dope. Gangish is Gangs the Grass. I'm proud of that brother, man. That dude's that's the legacy, you know what I mean, that we wanted to leave is basically brothers after we got out of there to just succeed and strive to be better men, better family members, better fathers, and that's why I love to see my brothers win. I really do. What's going on? How you guys doing? Salute to everybody. But yeah, it was never really meant to be that. You know what, Manuel actually motivated me to get my GED, get involved in school. I ended up getting it. Scored pretty high on the test, and they wanted me to be a parapro. So if you don't know, like in prison, parapro is basically a prisoner slash teacher, someone to be that go between, the administration of the school and the other prisoners. So that's what I did, and then so to speak, Manuel was like, basically, if you don't set no more goals, homie, and you just stay being this parapro, and even though I was doing good, helping other brothers get their GEDs and stuff, um, he was right. He was like, you need to set another goal. So there was a print shop that was actually in Buena Vista, or not, sorry, not Buena Vista, CCF Correctional Centennial. So there was a print shop there, and those of you who don't know, they print the license plates, the temporary tags, and a lot of the state forms that used to be printed there. Used to have a lot of work, and it was actually the highest paying job in Centennial. You made pretty good loot every month. You would get about 100 if you hit the goals. You'd probably get about 150 a month. So that was cool that you didn't have to hit up your family for dough. So I ended up getting in that class, and the teacher who used to teach that class, his name was Robert Jimenez, and man, dude was a passionate dude about printing, and really was like a hard class to pass. So like 20, 25 dudes would enter this class, and he would uh he would only pass like maybe 4 or 5, dude. It was a real low passing rate. And if you passed the class and you were efficient in printing and the printing knowledge, he would actually what he would do. There's Manuel right there. So let's get with the boy.
Incarcerated individual at Buena Vista Correctional Facility. While it's not private, it will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register.
So I don't know if you guys could hear him.
Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello? What's up, Manuel? What's up, brother? Nothing, just here live with the peeps from YouTube, man. We got about 7 strong in the house on the live, and just happy you're tapping in with us, brother. Told everybody, gave them kind of. I don't know if everyone can hear. I'm hoping you all could hear him. Speak up when you're speaking in, bro, Manuel, because we're we're on my phone, and then it's actually on the computer as well. So I don't know exactly. I don't know. Can everyone hear him? Let me turn it up. Let me see if we can get this volume figured out. Yeah. Let me see. Let me get you. Let me see what we could do. All right, go ahead, brother. Yeah, everything's good, brother. We talked earlier, we were talking about some pretty heavy stuff, and talking about where this all kind of went bad and where it went wrong, bro, and how it got distorted, you know? So
Go ahead.
yeah, you just basically telling everyone when I was actually recruited by you personally, um, in my thought, it was never about being a gang. It was never about violence. And like I was basically saying, I could actually do that by myself. You know what I mean? But when I met you, I actually met a brother who actually, with all this time, actually was interested in helping brothers exceed and excel and become their better selves, man, and really challenge them. And that's what you did for me, brother. You opened my eyes because as you know, I was a knucklehead when I got in there, bro.
Yeah.
And
No.
never had a father, so basically, you were that father figure to me, brother. Like, and I respected the shit out of you, bro, and even somewhat feared you. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you never really spoke violence about me, brother. You like I remember one time we had a conversation. You basically said, I would never put a filetto in your hand and ask you to hit anybody. And
Yeah.
you basically told me I would much rather put a pencil in your hand, brother, and see what you can do and the greatness you can achieve. And then just getting me out of that mental block, brother, of always trying to get respect from fools that you really don't need respect from. You know what I mean? Because remember one time you asked me, like, what do you care what any of these fools think about you? They're never gonna go nowhere. They're never gonna amount to shit. You can leave and come back, and they'll still be here telling the same stories, doing the same thing, eating the same shit. And so, like I said, when I came into this, brother, you kind of opened a door, a pathway in my mind to basically start being able to achieve and be accountable to my family. You know what I mean? To myself, my family, and not to this distorted way of thinking as far as being a prisoner and whatnot. But yeah, brother, I just want to know where you thought it all went bad and how this thing started to turn. And basically, let's start at this. Let's where when you started LPP, brother, what was your thought process in the whole thing?
I don't think that's one. Everybody got together to work together to better, better life. One was here and for our familias on the street
Yeah,
was and others were. I think that we were always meant to be first for anybody else, no matter what. I still stick by that to this day.
yeah.
No,
And when you know what, man? When in your eyes, brother, did it start going left? When it started, because we were talking earlier about the cosmalito that that we all crave, brother, that we want, and we kind of lean on each other in there, brother. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
we develop this brotherhood, but it's crazy how when you love someone or you love on something, especially when they're distorted or they're broken, how much it hurts, bro, and how there's a lot of blowback. You know what I mean?
five long. We had the whole period and where it went wrong, but they wanted to start making it thing instead of being together like that matters should be, working together and doing the things make it prosper and even though this is like the life of where I did. There's a darkness with all that. The work best we can for one another and our family. But I thinking about 2005, everybody thought we were so big that they were ready to go after each other and serve one another and forget. We got a lot of done in the history and they forgot. They forgot what we were. Uh, Royalty is something that Georgia says they would have when there wasn't a lot. What a lot of people can actually like everything else. This is in life, though. Uh, give all my heart for the people while I was there, and then later on, who we are. bigger one, not fluent in the country that I started to think. They didn't know what there was not as much love. So that's why I get mad when people say people only hear what love is five minutes. Me, there's one with love in your heart, in your mind, and heart in your gut. And
Amen.
that's the way we work. We're strongest when we're together. Then start to speak with people about one another. Tell us to give up or do this or give up or do that. And then they start to lose control of something that's so great. I don't for another thing on the street of foundation we can be on the street. And you know what? Great is the two guys who come out out there that are doing good. And I give all my props and love to them. Got a lot of them don't even know who we are. You know what? There is an eight to this day. And I'll never stop. Because I am who I am.
Yeah.
But you know what? Loyalty goes a long way.
Yeah.
They loyalty. It can't look your loyalty.
Yeah.
So, and there's only certain ones that truly follow. Not everybody. You know what? I've helped anybody in.
Facts.
You know what? I've never been. You know what? Help me? You, a couple other fellas. See, the rest of them, you know what they say? Oh, when I see you, I got you. What is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm finally on my way out. I'm finally on my way out. I got 30 years in. I'm finally going home. So of course they can say what they want, and I'm cool.
Gotcha.
They're not my commanders. They can't say that. Brother don't leave it, brother down.
Yeah.
You know what? That goes. That goes. That reflects everybody else. So what? I'm got a beautiful wife. Then what you can get it, and then you try to get people that way, and they think that you're weak because you're trying to be strong and trying to be more of a man than lots of that are fake. So it, you know what? Sometimes I don't want to go back into the darkness of the light,
Yeah.
right? But when I seen the light, it showed me anybody we want, we can fight, we can do all that, whatever.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, this was way no business. So now, I'll tell you about 2 years ago, maybe. And I haven't heard from him the whole time. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. Me and Gangish were talking about that as well.
So,
Me and Gangish were talking about Skinny Vinny, and I don't know, but I don't know the whole story, but I guess his brother was one of the main ones on the indictment.
yeah,
Was one of the main guys who told, and at the end of the day, he basically said he was riding with his brother.
yeah,
And you know what? Me and Gangish understand that. You know what I mean? We understand that. Everybody understands that, and you know he's messing with his family. Facts. I get that. I understand that. But
yeah,
here's the problem. A lot of these dudes made commitments, bro. You know what I mean? They made commitments before you know, they gave their word, brother. So you know what? A lot of dudes try to put a kind of a thing on us, call us, you know, you know it, you've heard it. They call us the Latin Protection Program, right? You know, that's their acronym for us for LPP, and that's how they voice it. You know, and you know, I've heard this, bro, and I laughed and I said, you know what? We did protect some fools. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those vatos forgot. You know, once their gangs got the numbers up in prison, then they started flowing that way. You know what I mean? And forgetting their word. You know what I mean? And treating the brothers like basically they went back to their old ways. You know, and because you know some of them were sangres, homie, and I'm not gonna say no names, but here's the thing: some of these vatos were sangres, and in the '90s, but let's speak facts. It wasn't exactly cool to be a Mexican blood because those dudes had did some real nasty stuff, a few of them, and kind of basically left a bad taste in everyone's mouth for them. You know what I mean? With that whole Brandy Duvall thing. So a lot of those dudes, when they came to prison, got the business right off the bat just because of that case. You know what I mean? So it wasn't actually cool to be a Chicano blood in those days. because let's speak facts. Those Chicano Bloods, they did that weirdo shit with that little girl, and it was bad. You know what I mean? So it wasn't, they wasn't repping their set for the facts that, they were kind of put into that whole mix. You know?
That's fine.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Um, we were all talking about Skinny Vinny situation and how, he rode with his brother and co-signed his brother being a rat. And I get that. I understand. Like I said, family first. You know what I mean? We've always said that anyway. So, but facts is, you choose your path, man. You can't pick and choose when you want to get off. When you want to stop the ride. This is what we chose. This is what we chose, man. And like I said, I can't get away from it because the facts are the placazos across my back, bro. And it's always going to be there, man. I've never took it off. I've never had it covered. And you want to know why, bro? Is it's part of who I am. It's part of who I'm always going to be. And like I said, I've told many people that's where the awakening came from when I met you. You know what I mean? When you told me to really watch how I walk, brother. And I learned a little bit, but I still went on and still was being an idiot. But I was able to function and not let somebody get into my emotions so much. You know what I mean? To where it was always having to smash someone or do something stupid. Um, but you're right. A lot of brothers, they get out, they forget their commitments, they fall off. And I got to put myself in that whole thing. You know what I mean? I got to put myself in that because there was a time away that I hadn't spoke for you for years. You know what I mean, brother? And and the fact is that what I was, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've told Gangish this, is I knew I would end up back in prison if I kept going that way. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these dudes were getting me out and they were putting me in wrecks, bro. They were putting me in wrecks, and they weren't dedicated. They wasn't with it like me. And I also said I've never actually blessed anyone on the Padres. I never have. I never did. I never and this is why I'm gonna be honest with you, because in my opinion, I didn't meet many people that had that standard, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm always one that thinks quality over quantity. You know what I mean? There's there's a mindset in prison, and I think this is like the G's and the Sur's mindset is numbers over everything, brother. And that, yes, yeah, yes,
You know what? I just broke. Like, the world that we're living is broke. Nobody got work. There's nobody left. There's none of that.
Yeah.
You know what the different ones, and then you get the ones that say, hey, brother, I'm done, but I'm done that. You know what they make? I'm not told me.
Yeah.
I never, no matter what, run. You know what? I love my family. You know what? These are all my family.
Right.
That's my family over 30 years ago. I never left none of them. I never failed. I never rhymed. Never started anything. I took everything. Right. That's what made me. Woman is a boy. But when I learned of the free world and wanted to be and wanted to be with somebody and live a life, then you get that thrown in your face. And because they want to be with the rocks that did instead of a down. You know what? I got my real brothers that would do anything for me.
Yeah.
You know what? I messed up and I lost focus on everything and I got hurt. And I feel crazy. You know what? I mean, you were talking today about how hurt and forget who you are. But you know what? I go back to that handful of brothers that are my brothers. I love them.
Yeah.
I don't need more. You're like, I don't need more than just one. You know what? If they don't want to fit,
Yeah. And I think we fell in the love of the idea of what it could have been and not what it actually be and not what it became, brother. You know what I mean? And
no,
we
that's
fell in love
exactly
with what it should have been and what it could have been and not what it actually is now.
man. If I wanted to be a follower, I could
Absolutely.
do that. Where,
Yeah.
where,
Yeah.
you know what? They know it's in the past. California.
We was setting the foundation. That's my thing. We was setting that foundation. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
but
they will.
yeah. So how do you,
So what?
brother, how do you feel when you see our brothers doing good like Gangish, you know what I mean, going to school and Gangish going to school, Gangish the brothers that are succeeding out here that are actually doing it, Lawrence that has his business, Miguel who works all the time and we still have some good brothers, you know what I mean? That's we all fall short. Let's be honest, we all fall short. That's a fact. Being out here on the streets isn't always easy, my brother. It's the problems come. You got to earn. You know what I mean? You got to get out there and really hustle and strive, and you know what I mean. Like I said, I learned a lot of that from you, my brother. To cook. Yeah.
I'm
Amen.
so proud of you.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Step left. No.
Okay. So what we're gonna do? It's hard to hear on the phone, so everybody can't really hear everything. I guess it's real choppy. I'm gonna file the what's it called the visitation so we can get on the video. Perm got what? Yeah, I know he does. He does. Perm's right here. If he wants to, I don't know. That's up to him. Gangus, you want a manual to tap in? That way you could go through yours, and we could just switch this over to Gangish's channel. Yeah, yeah. I'm asking him right now. So, Gangish, what you think, my brother?
Thank
I
you
don't know.
for using Clear. Goodbye.
Later. Ah, shit. So I'm sorry, man. I moved the phone around till you guys couldn't even hear it. You know what I mean? I see all your comments. I can't type and really ask questions at the same time. I was following along, but it seems like I moved the phone um till it was kind of out of position. So probably should have just left it the first way, and that's cool. It's my first live. It ain't gonna be perfect, you know. The we'll get better at it. We'll figure it out. It's all good, my brother. I say he hung up. It's all fine. Your phone's about to die. That's cool. I don't. And yeah, no trip. I'm gonna just file a visiting form, and basically we'll be able to share the screen, and you'll be able to see Manuel. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I'll basically share the screen, and we'll tap in like that live. That way, you're able to see him and hear him clearly off the computer, and we'll just keep pushing, man, till we get it right. You know what I mean? I still want to hear what the brother has to say, and you know that's what. Glad to have you. I know who the Hamburglar is. That's my brother, Hamburglar. Big perm. But yeah, man. Anthony, dude, we're all proud of you, brother. Like I said, you're you're basically you're the one carrying the torch, my brother. This is what it was all meant to be. Just to see, just to strive, just the faith, everything, man. Manuel's a dope dude, bro. He's the first dude I met that actually really inspired me and made me change the way of thinking and let me know that all this gang stuff and this propaganda that we all fall victim to is bullshit. It's just bullshit, and that's what it is. And we do the best we can, man. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I paid for every one of them. I've been out over 21 years. So I made a promise to my brother before I left. I told him when those doors crack for me, brother, I'm never coming back. I'm not meant to be caged up, homie. I'll never be back there. You know what I mean? And I fulfilled that promise. Like I said, I did fall off. I stopped fucking with everybody from fathers for a while, bro, because a lot of these vatos were just using me as muscle and trying to like just wasn't right, bro. It was kind of, you know what I mean? It got to a point where I was like, man, you're gonna end up in prison for life over this shit. So I fell off, man. I stepped back and I said, you know what, I'm not gonna intervene as much. And that's when that what's it called happened, that indictment came down. And there was a lot. That was the first time that I actually even remotely contemplated covering my tattoo. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't. It was just part of who I am, man. So you know what, I live for my brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do what he ain't able to do. I try to like um honor him with my life, man. Work, be a good family man. We're called the first fathers, man. And being a father is painful, brother, because a father loves. A father loves. A father is the go getter, the hustler, the foundation, and that's what we was always meant to be, was the foundation. Come in. No, Joe. So sorry, that's my grandkid. But anyways, that's what it was truly meant to be. That's what we were all started as, is you know Manuel was laying a foundation of fatherhood, man, trying to teach us to be father, to be accountable men. And again, we fucked it up, man. A lot of us fucked it up. You know what I mean? We're distorted, man. Some of us are very broken. So it's kind of hard to have integrity and stuff when you've known nothing about that. You know what I mean? A lot of these vatos don't know about integrity. You know what I'm saying? I've fought with some of my brothers, and brothers fight, man. I've banged it up with a few of them. Me and Christian, me and Burke, we've thrown hands a few times. Um, it sucks, man. It does. It sucks. Some of my brothers disappoint me. They stab me in the back. I've let them live in my house. I've opened my doors to them, and a lot of them have just brought pain, bro, and pain and anguish, and it gets overwhelming at time, man. You know what I mean? And so technically, I focused on the ones that I love for sure. How do I drop that link, Yangish? Let me get you in here. Let me see if I can get. We're able to. How do we do that, brother? Shit. We send a link. I gotta figure out how to drop this link. Yeah, yeah, for facts, you do meet against up in ops, man. And you know what? All bullshit aside, when I got in there, man, I was settling a lot of street beefs. That's the shit I was on, man. Because the way I seen it, a lot of these dudes that used to hang about, hide behind all the artillery and stuff, bro. There's no running in there. You got to see me physically one way. You know what I mean? And so that's how I met Manuel, bro. I was settling street beefs. Dudes actually ran to him because they were afraid. And Manuel learned about me about 1 week, about a few days of me pulling up in Centennial. Manuel had already heard about me and asked to meet me, and we sat down and talked. And I was told before I met with him, he was a serious cat, man. He was a man of respect and love, and I'm glad I didn't go into that conversation, strong-headed, man. He definitely had. Salute to you, Lucky Loco, man. It's dope what you're doing with that flatbread, bro. Keep pushing. That's dope. I'm gonna order some of that. I want to try that, bro. So great concept, brother. Great, man. Respect to you, brother, for thinking outside the box and starting that awesome company, man. That's the shit we're talking about right there. Is just raising to that next level, man. And it sucks. It sucks, man, when your brother stab you in your back and you know what I mean. Want to see your downfall and your backbiting. Me and Gangish were talking about. Let me see if I can send this link real quick to Gangish. I gotta try to send this shit. How do I do it? I gotta try to send this shit. Do I through that Gangish? Do that link through the StreamYard, my brother? I don't even know how to wrench anybody up. Son of a bitch. See what I get for not knowing all this shit? No, but facts. Give me 1 minute, fellas. Okay. So check this out, man. We're gonna send this over to Gang Gang's channel. We're gonna head to Gangish's channel, and like I said, I'm learning, dude. This is all new to me, so I'm still learning. I set up the garage as a little studio for y'all. Hope you like it. But yeah, we're gonna continue this over at Gangish's channel. But everybody tap in, man. I'm gonna you guys is dope. I'm proud. I'm thankful for all of you tapping in and rocking with your boy, and just want to give you my little concept of when I did time in prison. It's a whole different ball game now. I realize that it's a whole different generation. Manuel was just explaining there's no heart in it anymore. I get that, man. So my brother is basically a general with no army right now, and it kind of sucks, bro. I hate that he's in there alone. I hate that he has nobody really watching his back. But then again, man, that dude's a savage. But then again, we're gonna tap into Gangish. This has been it from Conrad. You know what I mean? Mile High Hustle. Thank you guys for all tapping in. Let's go over to Gangish's channel, and I'll see you guys all over there. Respect.